People like dressing up in costumes year-round, but we especially notice this in the United States at Halloween time. In 2015, the president of the University of Louisville got himself into hot water when he was photographed along with other university staff dressing up as Mexicans with floppy hats, maracas, and bushy mustaches. President Ramsey later issued a public apology, but many Americans wondered, what's the big deal? The deal is that Ramsey and his fellow employees were engaging in a practice called cultural appropriation. This expression includes the word appropriate, which means to take something for one's own use, typically without permission of the owner. The mistake Ramsey and partygoers neglected to understand is that they were taking on the identity of being Mexican without actually being Mexican. Furthermore, the elements of their costumes served largely to continue comical stereotypes from old Wild West movies that Mexicans in sombreros and big bushy mustaches are sleepy and lazy. Sometimes the costumes are of Native Americans, with the further indignity that the female costumes are sexualized, even though white Americans don't understand the religious significance of the Native use of feathers and other decorations. A good comparison here would be to ask Roman Catholics if they thought it's okay that non-Catholics dress up with rosaries, that is, prayer beads, and incense-burning thuribles. In short, if it's not your heritage or tradition, then it's not your tradition. Other kinds of appropriation have mocked African Americans with the use of blackface, portrayed Cholo culture as low-class gangsters, or stereotyped Asians by their facial features, food choices, or academic preferences. When we see largely white Americans doing the appropriation, we recognize that appropriation equals power. It says, I am the dominant culture, and I can take whatever I want for my amusement. A student group at Ohio State University has organized against this behavior with a thoughtful campaign called We Are a Culture, Not a Costume. It reminds us that costumes can be put on and taken off, but ethnic stereotypes and stigmas can last forever. In that spirit, let's try to be creative about how we dress for our next costume event. Animals, fictional characters, or commercial products are okay. Other people's identities are not. If you need helpful costume suggestions for your next party, check our website for some great examples.
Now I talk a little bit about my culture and my art, but I'm creating more story, especially what is happening between us. I don't know, for some, being a sensitive person, there is